Good evening, guys. We'll wait 2-3 minutes for that and then start. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I hope you all are doing fine. Good evening, Divyanush. Yeah. So, where we were. we were doing straight lines. Yes. So yesterday we completed the different forms of straight lines and also saw some of questions which were very important questions of straight line. So before we begin today's lecture, let me tell you what we are going to do today. We'll be going to do, you can see here, which is concurrent lines. And this is the very important concept, not concurrent lines, actually, the concept based on concurrent lines, which is family of lines. Many questions have been asked throughout JEE and your state levels exams and all of your other exams, BITSAT and all, where this concept is really important, which is family of lines. So, good evening, good evening. So, before uh, getting into this, one second, guys. Let's check what we mean by concurrent line. So, as you must know, concurrent lines is basically a lines where they have a point in common. Good evening, good evening, all. They have a point in common. So, that means the common point will be called as point of concurrence. As you can see here, we have many lines and we can actually draw infinite number of lines through this point P, and all of these lines intersect at P. So this point P is called the point of concurrence. So I hope the definition is clear. The definition actually you must have learned it in the school itself, but still we'll revise it. P is called the point of concurrence. So next, here is an interesting thing which we need to do both of this. This is what we are studying concurrent lines for, or we say this is the family of lines. Now, what do I mean by family of lines? So, as you can see in the last slide, we saw through a point P, there were infinite number of lines that can be drawn, right? So, those infinite number of lines are called family of lines, and we can get any line equation from their family. That is, if there is a family of lines present, they have infinite number of lines. If we want to find an equation from those family, we can get it by using the concept of family of lines. So let's see what it says that let there be two lines L1 and L2 given by A1x plus B1y plus C1 equals to 0 and A2x plus B2y plus C2 equals to 0. And they are intersect. Now they will be intersecting at a certain point. Let's say they intersect at point P, right? Two lines L1 and L2 intersect at point P. Now through this point P, there will be infinite number of lines passing, and these infinite number of lines will be called family of lines. Now, if we want to get a equation of one line from this family, we can get it by this formula, which is L1 plus lambda times L2 equals to 0. What is L1? This is L2. So if we substitute L1 and L2 here, we just need to find one unknown, which is lambda. And as the rule of math says, number of unknowns equals to number of conditions. So for finding lambda, we'll be given one condition in the question. Got it? So you can read the statement. Let's read the statement. L1 plus lambda L2 represents a straight line passing through the point of intersection of these two. That means any line which passes to the point of intersection of this can be given by L1 plus lambda L2 equals to 0. Now the same statement is written in another way in the second form, which says the equation of any line passing through the point of intersection of L1 and L2 is of the form L1 plus lambda L2 equals to 0. Got it, guys? So let's see what we have next. Yeah. So now it's time to do questions. Let me tell you, I'll first do questions on concurrent lines and then we'll slowly move towards the uh, family of lines. So let's say find the point of intersection. Yeah. So many of you all know that if in a sum we are asked to find point of intersection, then what can we do is we can solve the equation simultaneously, which we have been doing from school days. So if I try to solve this equation simultaneously, first I think I need to cross multiply, and that means take LCM. So this line will become bx plus ay is equals to ab, and this line will become ax plus by is equals to ab. Correct, guys? Now to solve this simultaneously, I'll multiply this with b and multiply this with a. So I'll get the equation b square x plus aby is equals to ab square, and a square x plus aby is equals to a square b. Now I'll subtract it. If I subtract it, it'll get cancelled. Here I'll get b square minus a square. I can take x common. Here I can take ab common, and I'll get b minus a. So what I can write, b square minus a square as b minus a into b plus a into x is equals to ab into b minus a. This b minus a will get cancelled out. So finally, I'll get the value of x, which is ab upon a plus b. So this is the x coordinate of the point of intersection. Now let's similarly find the y coordinate. Look at these equations. Now instead of multiplying with b, I'll multiply it with a, and I'll multiply this with b. So here what I'll get is abx plus a square y is equals to a square b. If I multiply this with b, abx plus b square y equals to ab square. Now it's time to subtract. If I subtract, this will get cancelled. Here I can write a square minus b square into y is equals to, here I can take ab common, I'll get a minus b. Correct? So here again I can write a minus b into a plus b into y is equals to ab into a minus b. Here a minus b will get cancelled. So I'll get y as ab upon a plus b. Oh, that means x and y both are same. X and y both are same. So I hope you know how to find point of intersection. We just have to solve them simultaneously. And I also hope you know how to solve simultaneously, which we have been doing from school days. So if you understood this question, yeah, the point of intersection is x comma y, that is ab upon a plus b, comma ab upon a plus b. This is maths. I hope it is clear. If it's clear, give me a thumbs up, guys, so we can move on to the next question. Superb, guys. Chalo, let's see what we have next. Show that the lines are concurrent. Also, find the point of concurrence. Now, to find the point of concurrence, actually, we have a method. If you remember, one of the ways is these three lines will be concurrent when these three lines intersect at a common point. So let us first give the name. Let this line be L1, let this be L2, and let this be L3. So let's say if these three lines intersect at a common point P, this is L1, L2, and L3. So if I am able to prove that these three lines intersect at a common point, that means the lines are concurrent. Now, one of the ways to prove it is by solving two equations simultaneously. So if I solve L1 and L2 simultaneously, I'll get P as done in the last question, right? Similarly, next if I solve L2 and L3 again simultaneously, then I'll again get P. Now, if the coordinates of P from both are equal, what does that mean? That means that L1 and L2 intersected P, L2 and L3 also intersected P. So if you know, if A equals to B and B equals to C, we can say A equals to C. So that means L1, L2 intersected P, L2, L3 intersected P. That means L1 and L3 also intersected P. So our final conclusion is L1, L2, L3. All three of them intersect at P. So that means the lines are concurrent. Now the another way, this seems lengthy, I think. So another way is by using determinants. I hope you know how to solve a determinant. So I guess you have not studied the chapter, or is it over? Determinants and matrices? Is it over in yours? Or do you know determinants and matrices chapter? Or are we left? In your school, I am saying we are to left, we have to do that. So do you know have any idea about determinants? Anyone? No one? No, sir. Okay. No problem. So what we'll do is I'll give you a brief introduction about determinants and then we'll solve because it is very simple method to solve this instead of doing such long procedure. So in the determinants chapter, we have a topic known as consistency of equations. So yes, these three equations are given to us. So to find consistency of equations, we evaluate the value of a determinant. I hope in school you have done na 2 cross 2 determinant. Let's say for example, I have the determinant 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you know how do we find the value? We cross multiply. So I'll get 1 into 4 minus 2 into 3, which is 4 minus 6, which is minus 2. I hope you have done this, right? So here, this is a basic example of calculating the determinant, right? No, no. Okay, but I hope you know this 2 cross 2 determinant. Do you know, guys? School में तो किया होगा. Yeah, okay, super. So 2 cross 2 determinant we know. So there is a topic, yeah. Where were we? There is a topic called consistency of equations to find whether the equations are consistent or not. Now, consistent is like consistency meaning is whether they intersect at common point. So let me give you a brief analogy. If equations are consistent, lines are concurrent. If equations are not consistent, lines are not concurrent. So basically consistent and concurrent, the meaning is same, but we use it differently in different chapters. Concurrent we use in straight lines, consistency we use in determinant. So one of the ways is checking the value of 3 by 3 determinant. Now what is 3 by 3 determinant? Let's say we fill this determinant by the coefficients. So here x ka coefficient is 2, y ka is 1 and the constant term is minus. Similarly, second equation, what we have? 3, 2, minus 2. And lastly, third equation, what we have? 2, minus 3 and minus 23. So as you know how to evaluate this 2 cross determinant, but we don't know how to evaluate 3 cross determinant. So I'll not go any further. Because we don't know how to evaluate 3 cross determinant. But let's say suppose this determinant's value comes as 0. So if this determinant's value comes as 0, implies we can say equations are consistent. And as you know, or as I told you, what is the meaning of consistent in coordinate geometry or in straight line? The meaning of consistent is concurrent. So we just have to check this value of determinant. If it comes 0, then concurrent. If it does not come 0, then not concurrent. Simple. So no need to use such theory. Okay, guys. So just we have to use this. Like find the value of determinant. I hope it is clear. We'll discuss it more once we start the chapter determinant. Let's see what we have next. Same thing. I think we'll skip this for now, right? Okay, this is very simple actually. You are spamming emojis. Please don't spam, guys. Okay, fine. Uh, Let's see. Same it is given. Three lines, 1, L1, L2, L3 are concurrent. Now this time we have to find the value of P. So what does I say? Ki three lines are concurrent. We can do it by the first method. That is be L1, L2, L3. This is the point of concurrence P. So let this be L1, L2, L3. Right? So if I try to solve L1 and L2 simultaneously, L1 and L2, I think there is no need to solve simultaneously because we directly have the value of x and y. So here I'll get x equals to minus p and y equals to minus 2. That means point P is minus p comma minus 2. Now, let me tell you one more thing. There is no need of solving other two equations simultaneously because we know that if these lines are concurrent, L3 passes through point P. Now, we know that if a line passes through a point, then we have to substitute that point in the line and it will satisfy. That means I can substitute this point in L3. Let us substitute this point. I'll get 3 into minus P plus 2 into minus 2 plus 5 equals to 0. So what I'll get? Minus 3P minus 4 plus 5 equals to 0. So I'll take 3P that side. So 1 equals to 3P. That means P is 1 by 3. Simple. I got the value of P. Got it, guys? Okay. Okay, super. You two are very like Manjunath. Did you get it? Or are you just spamming the emojis? Yes or no? If you have got it, then please give me a thumbs up. Okay, fine. Yeah, thank you. Only once is enough, beta. No need to do
Yes, sir.
every time. Let's see. Now here we will be entering into. Okay, thank you, thank you. Here we will be entering into the family of lines concept. So please pay attention. What I'm trying to say or what this question says is find the equation of line passing through the point of intersection of these line and origin. So let's say this is L1, this is L2. There are two lines which suppose let's say intersect at point P, L1 and L2. And I am asked to find the equation of third line which passes through point P as well as origin. Now let's keep origin aside. First we'll see what does this mean. Now as we know that there will be infinite number of lines, I'm not drawing, passing through point P, and these infinite number of lines are called family of lines. Now if I want to find any of the equation from this family, I can find it by using L1 plus lambda times L2 is equals to 0. Correct, guys? So this is L1, this is L2. Let us substitute the value. What will substitute? We'll write 2x minus y plus 5 plus lambda times x plus y plus 1 equals to 0. Let us segregate the x coordinates. Here x coordinate 2, here it is lambda times x plus here coefficient is minus 1 plus lambda y and the constant term is phi plus lambda equals to 0. So this equation represents this equation represents all the lines which are present in this family. Now we want a line which passes through origin. That means that origin, when we substitute in this line, origin can be substituted in this line. Why? Because this line passes through origin. So if I substitute origin, that means x is 0, y is 0. I'll get 5 plus lambda equals to 0. That means lambda equals to minus 5. Let us substitute the value of lambda here and we'll get the equation of line. Lambda is minus 5, so minus 5 plus 2. So I'll get minus 3x minus 5 minus 1 minus 6y minus 5 plus 5, 0 equals to 0. I can divide by minus 3. So x plus 2y will be equals to 0. This is my answer. Got it? So every time there will be one condition given to find the value of lambda. Here, what was the condition? That the line passes through the origin. So once you use the condition, we'll get the value of lambda. Let's see the next question. Why lambda, sir? It's a theory, beta. Lambda means it is an unknown. That means we have to find the value of lambda. Where can I get the recorded class? Recorded class, which JNU are you from? I'll talk to the center in charge. Which JNU are you from? Haveri. Okay. So I'll talk to the center in charge and we have the link or we have the Google Drive where we store all the recorded lectures. So you can get the link and then wait. 1 second. I think he has a doubt. Divyanush. Yeah. There is no conclusion. Conclude what the theory says. The theory says that if two lines intersect at point P, there will be infinite number of lines passing through point P. Now, if in a sum, I want to find any one line ka equation, like equation of any one line, then that equation is given by L1 plus lambda L2 equals to 0. Lambda is just a constant, just a number, a real number. Got it? So that equation can be got by L1 plus lambda L2 equals to 0. Now, I have the same case here. See, this line is passing through point P. So I need to find that equation. How can I find that equation? By this. Now see this equation, this box one. This is the equation of line. But we don't know the value of lambda because it's a real number, right? So to find value of lambda, they have given that the required line passes through origin. And as we know, if a line passes through origin, then origin must satisfy the equation of line. That means I can substitute origin in this equation. If I substitute origin, this will get 0, this will get 0, I'll get lambda ka value minus 5. So we needed the value of lambda. So once we got the value of lambda, let us substitute here and we got the equation of line. This is a required equation which passes through point P and which also passes through origin. This is our line. Got it till here, guys? All clear? Divyanush? Okay, fine. Yeah, no problem. Come on, let's see the next question. So I want you all to try the next question. Let's say this is L1, the same question it is. This is L2. What can I get the equation of line? This is L1, this is L2, and this is point P. Correct? I have to find a third line which passes through point P. And this line is perpendicular to this line. 5x minus 2y equals to 7. Let's say this is L1, this is L2, and this is my required line. The dotted line is required line. So since the required line passes through point P, so that means the equation of required line can be given as L1 plus lambda L2 equals to 0. Substitute L1 and L2. What is L1? 2x plus 3y minus 1. Please don't forget the 1, right? L1 is the expression plus lambda times what is L2? 3x plus 4y minus 6 equals to 0. Let us group the x coefficients. It is 2 plus 3 lambda. Let us group the y coefficients. It is 3 plus 4 lambda. Let us group the constant terms minus 1 minus 6 lambda equals to 0. Now this is my required line. We just need lambda. And it is given that required line is perpendicular to L2. What is the slope of this? Slope will be equals to minus 5 upon minus 2, which is pi by 2. What is slope of this line? Slope is, let's say m dash, minus 2 plus 3 lambda upon 3 plus 4 lambda. Now, since the required line and this line, the red one, are perpendicular, we know a condition that the product of their slopes will be minus 1. We studied in the last lecture, if two lines are perpendicular, then product of their slopes is minus 1. So this slope is minus 2 plus 3 lambda upon 3 plus 4 lambda into pi upon 2 is equals to minus 1. This minus will get cancelled. Let us cross multiply. I'll get 10 plus 15 lambda is equals to 3 to the 6 plus 8 lambda. That means 7 lambda will be equals to, correct na? Minus 4. So lambda is minus 4 by 7. Now substitute the value of lambda here and give me the equation of line. Come on, I am waiting for you. I got lambda is minus 4 upon 7. Also, please take the value of lambda minus 4 upon 7. I hope I have not done any calculation mistake. And I want you all to substitute this value of lambda here and get me the final answer. Come on, guys, let's see. What is the answer? Yeah, get me the final answer, guys. Come on. Basic calculation. Come on, guys, do the calculation. Just substitute the value of lambda and get me the answer. Forty-five. What is 45? Okay, fine. Substitute 4 by 7 it is. 4 divided by 7. Substitute it here and get me the answer. What are others doing? Please. Manjunath, Ravi. Others have not. Please, next time from when you come, change your name to your real name, okay? Aisha. Come on, guys. Okay, we got one answer. 2x plus 5y plus 17. Okay. So 2x plus 5y plus 17 equals to 0. This is my answer. Correct, guys? Come on. I think it is right. Let's move to the next question. Yeah. Thank you, Jhansi Rani. Is this your real name? Okay, fine. Let's see this question. Yes, sir. Oh, superb, superb. Very nice. Your parents have named you with the Jhansi Ki Rani, right? Chalo. Next question. I hope you read because it is a very nice question which is based on uh, the point of intersection of line and the parametric form. I hope you remember the parametric form. So I'll give you 1 minute just to read the question. Just read and understand. I'll give you 1 minute, not to solve, just to read and understand the question. Come on, guys. Try to visualize what is the question saying. A straight line L is drawn through the point such that its point of intersection with straight line is at a distance of 3 root 2 from A. Find the angle the line L makes with positive x-axis. Basically, they are asking me to find theta. Theta means inclination because theta is the angle which the line makes with positive x-axis. So that means they are asking me to find the inclination. Now, to find the inclination, I need to find slope. This must be your thought process because slope is tan theta. Once I get slope, I'll get tan theta and then I'll get theta. But here, if you try to draw the diagram, let's say this is line L and this is point A, 2, 1. Now, there is another straight line. Let me draw it with other color. Let's say this is a straight line whose equation is x plus y is equals to 9, where the point of intersection is this. And they are saying, let's say this point of intersection is P. And it is saying that this distance is 3 root 2 from A. Now, we have to find the inclination of line L. This is the required line, RL, or you can say they have given the name, it is L. Correct? Now, how do we find? We use the parametric form of equation of line for L. So, equation of line L in parametric form will be x minus x1. I hope you remember. What is x1? This is the point 2, 1, x1, y1. So x minus 2 upon cos theta. Here theta is the inclination is equals to y minus 1 upon sine theta. This is the symmetric form. And to get the point P, this is the symmetric form. Now to get the point P, we have to travel a distance of 3 root 2 units. That means this will be equals to 3 root 2. I hope you remember this. We used to write x minus x1 upon cos theta, y minus y upon sin theta equals to r, mod r. R is distance between these 2 points. So from here, if I equate these two and these two, I'll get x equals to 2 plus 3 root 2 cos theta and y equals to 1 plus 3 root 2 sin theta. These are the coordinates of point P. Please remember we want to find theta. Now the last step is this point P lies on the red line. And if a point lies on the red line, I can substitute the point in its equation. So let us substitute the point in the equation. So if I substitute the point in the equation, I'll get 2 plus 3 root 2 cos theta plus 1 plus 3 root 2 sin theta equals to, it is 9, right? Yeah. So 2 plus 1 will be equals to 3, and 3 when we'll get that side, it will become 6. Correct? And I can take 3, so I'll get 3 root 2 cos, which I can take 3 root 2 common also. Where is undo? I didn't cancel anything here, right? Yeah. So I can take 3 root 2 common. Cos theta plus sin theta equals to 6. So cos theta plus sin theta equals to 6 upon 3 root 2. So which is equal to root 2. Right now 2 upon root 2 is root. Correct, guys? I hope I have not made a calculation mistake. Yeah. So cos theta plus sin theta equals to root 2. I hope you can, by trial and error, or if you don't want to do trial and error, we have to use trigonometry. We'll have to square this on both the sides. So we'll get a quadratic equation and then factorize them. But this is very simple. I can write it as root 2 को I can write it as 2 root 2 ही रहने देते हैं अभी के लिए. Right? 2 upon root 2, which I can write it as 1 upon root 2 plus 1 upon root 2. Now see, cos theta is 1 upon root 2, sin theta is 1 upon root 2. And if cos theta and sin theta both are 1 upon root 2, that means theta is pi by 4. We have to find the value of theta, that is 45 degree. That means inclination of required line L, the black one, is 45 degrees. Is it clear? It was a very nice question. Previous year JE question it was asked. If it's clear, give me a thumbs up so we can move on to the next question. Yeah, you can see once more if you want. Okay, superb, guys. Others, what are others doing? Jane, we are very okay. Test, test, test. What is this name? Okay, okay, fine. The next time, please make sure you check your name and change it. Okay. I know you, many of you all must have been log in from other devices or so, but please check your name and change it. Okay, guys. Let's see the next question. Again, this is a question of point of intersection, that is concurrence and parametric form. Again, this is a previous year question. Please, I will like to give you all some time to solve it, not think it. You have to solve it. Get me, find the distance PQ. Yeah, get me the distance PQ. Please remember, you have to use the parametric form, and second thing, you have to use a point of intersection or point of concurrence. Same thing you have to do. Okay. And if you have some other method, then please do with that. But please give me an answer. I'll give you like 3 minutes. Okay. 3 minutes is more than enough, I think. So your time starts now. Come on, guys. I want you all to try it. I'll give you a hint. It is saying that the line is parallel to the line, right? So we know something about that. If a line is parallel to some other line, what is meant by that? That means their slopes will be equal. So start from there, guys. Come on. I hope you are making progress. Don't make me or let me think. कि बस I'm thinking you are doing, but you are not able to do it. If you are not able to do it, just write in the chat box. Of course, we'll solve. But I hope you all are trying it. Come on, I hope you are making some progress, guys. Still no one? Try to interpret the question and also don't read the question once. Try to break the questions and then read it 2, 3 times so you'll understand. 1 minute left, guys. If you need more time to solve, please let me know. But please try. Still no one? Come on, guys. Okay, let's see. A straight line parallel. Yeah, I think this will be the last sum. I think because when we finish the sum, it will be time up. So let us interpret. There is a straight line which is parallel to the line y is equals to root 3x. And this black line cuts the line red, which is 2x plus 4y minus 27 equals to 0. At point P. And there is already a point Q on this line, which is 2, 3. We have to find this distance. Very simple, guys. Use parametric or symmetric form. Now, if I try to write the symmetric form of line L, this is a point, right? So it will be x minus x1, which is 2 upon cos theta, is equals to y minus 3 upon sin theta. Now, what is theta? Theta is inclination. Look at this. It is parallel to this line. So if L and this line are parallel, then slope of L will be equals to root 3, y equals to mx, right? So both of their slopes will be same, and if slopes are same, then slope is tan theta is equals to root 3. That means theta is 60 degree. So I can write here x minus 2 upon cos 60 is equals to y minus 3 upon sin 60. And let this distance be r. I can write equals to r. So what I'll get? I'll get x equals to cos 60 is half. So 2 plus half r, and y equals to sin 60 is root 3 by 2. So 3 plus root 3 by 2 r. Now same thing. These are the coordinates of point P, because the point P is at a distance of r. Now same thing. Point P lies on this red line. That means I can substitute point P in the equation of red line. This is the point P. Let us substitute it. So if I substitute it, I'll get 2x. So 4 plus r plus 4y. So 4 3s are 12 plus 2 root 3 r. Right? 4 se multiply, yes. Minus 27 equals to 0. So I can write equals to 27. Correct? What is? Yeah. I can write equals to 27. Now 12 plus 4 16. 27 minus 16 11. So here I can take r common. I'll get 1 plus 2 root 3 equals to 11. So I'll get r is equals to 11 upon 1 plus 2 root 3. This is my answer. Correct? That is basically PQ distance. Right? So this is the very two important sum we discussed lastly. I hope you remember it. Now in the next lecture we'll do some more questions on concurrent lines, and next we'll meet on Monday. Saturday, Sunday, your holiday or think. I think AIT is there, right? But AIT is there. So whoever is giving, I hope you all are giving. All the best for that. I hope you score very good marks. And again, JEE mains last date is 30th. So I hope you have all filled your, sorry, not your 11th standard, right? I'll tell this to 12th standard. Tomorrow is AIT, right, y'all? So all the best for AIT. We'll end the session then. Thank you guys. Thank you all. Bye bye.